ADR has chosen to concentrate its effort corruption and criminalization in political process. Corruption and criminalization in political process. The Employees Deposit Link Insurance Scheme 1976 Italy. The benefit provided in case of death of employee who was a member of the scheme at that time of death. Okay, it is a kind of insurance, employment provident fund of India, provident fund. Okay, it is a kind of insurance. So a scheme at the time of the death, as on date, the act extends to 187 classes of establishment. Any establishment falling in any of 187 mentioned above and employing more than 19 persons automatically comes under the purview of EPF of the EPF and the MP Act 1952. EPF and MP Act 1952. Functions of EPFO, Employment Provident Fund, okay, uh, performs the dual role of being the administration and overseeing the implementation of the act, and also as a service provider for the covered beneficiaries. So those who are under this insurance scheme, they will provide benefits and implementation and all these things. Okay, EPFO assists the Central Board Trust (EPF) in the administration. Okay, EPFO. This is the very new department, and UPSC has recently released its vacancy also, and I have applied for it. So EPFO will basically having the all the syllabus of IAS. EPFO will have the all the syllabus of IAS, including economics, concentration on economics more. Okay, concentration on economics more, and some of the things more extra. Okay, extra on EPFO. So EPFO, you can also go for like fill the form of EPFO, Employment Provident Fund. Okay, if you are preparing for UPSC, then EPFO form is also available. Okay, it is just like UPSC. It is just because UPSC is conducting this exam. UPSC is conducting this exam, so it is just like Indian Administrative Services. But the Department of Economics and Employment Provident Fund of India is being changed completely. Okay, it's being changed completely, and now it will not work under the IAS officer, but its head may become the IAS officer. Its head can become IAS officer, but uh, those officers who work here, they will get separate employment from EPFO recruitment. Okay, EPFO assists the Central Bank of Trustees in the administration of the Provident Fund scheme, a pension scheme, and an insurance scheme for the registered establishment in India, and includes employees of such establishment and international workers who are covered. EPFO's functioning includes enforcement of the Act across the country, maintenance of maintenance of individual accounts, settlement of claims. Just like if someone is claiming that uh, we are being uh, what our money is being transacted by this company, but it is not providing us back. We have participated in this in the share of, just like if someone has participated in the shares of Reliance platform and they are not giving it back, so they can claim, they will look, EPFO will look on those conditions. EPFO will look for the settlement of claims, investment of funds, ensuring prompt pension payment and updating records. Many of the times what happens that in the banks also, many people doesn't provide the money back, doesn't pay the loan back. Okay, many of the great leaders does, great persons like Sahara and Vijay Mallya doesn't pay back. So uh, they will also look for that also. Okay, they will try to maintain the settlement. They will not punish them. They will try to make settlement. Okay, 100 करोड़ नहीं तो 90 करोड़ तो दे ही दो, ठीक है। इस तरीके से बोलेंगे वो, ठीक है। इस तरीके से उनका काम होगा कि 100 करोड़ नहीं तो 90 करोड़ में काम चला लो, अभी इतने मिल रहे हैं इतने में काम चला लो। सो काम चलाने वाला काम ये बेसिकली इनका काम होगा कि काम चलता रहे, ठीक है। कोई चीज रुके ना। दरअसल क्या होता है कि many of the times just like Nirav Modi, in the case of Nirav Modi, what happens that in some of the things government has done very fast, because Gitanjali, the name of its gold jewelry product, Gitanjali, they have blocked all, they have sealed uh, all the chain shops of Gitanjali. Wherever there is the shop of Gitanjali, they have stopped all them. They have sealed all of them. But you can understand that some of the Gitanjali stores were working very well. Were working very well. They were earning huge. So why do you need to stop something that is earning good? That has established its root. So many of the time we need to understand that the process should not be fast and fast, very fast. We need to see that how the claim can be settled. How the claim can be settled. Settlement is the best procedure to boost the economy. If we if we seal all the what ED does, what ED do, that it go and seal. They go and seal the Gitanjali stores, whether it is working good or not working good. Not to pay the debts, because debts, if government can afford it, so government can easily afford it, because government has enough. Government can occupy those stores by themselves, and provide it to some other companies, and provided for some other companies, just like they have provided airlines. Airlines was also in loss, so they have provided the airlines to other companies. So in this way we need to understand, if something is earning, if something is earning, we don't need to pay debts, we don't need to pay debts, we should wait, we should wait. That's what EPFO will do. We should wait, we should try to settle the issues, because Nirav Modi has also said that the government has done a very fast process. I would have tried to pay the debts by a particular time period, because at that time what happens that if someone goes to foreign country, then his departure is not easy. His departure is not easy. If he is willing by himself to pay the debts, then we should not hurry, we should not hurry that just seal all the why we hurry? Because media shows us that we should hurry, because they have flew away, they will not do it, so seal all the हमारा हम सबका पैसा मारा गया, किसी का पैसा नहीं मारा गया, ठीक है, किसी का पैसा नहीं मारा गया, पैसा मारा गया गवर्नमेंट का मारा गया. So government should not try to pay debts, government should try to earn from the debts. If the some of the stores that those who are in Delhi and Mumbai, they were earning very huge, they were earning very huge. So it would have वो कहते हैं ना हम EMI ट्रांजेक्शंस कि थोड़े थोड़े में काम चला लो, आपको एकदम से ही सारा भरना है क्या, ठीक है, थोड़े थोड़े में काम चला लो. 20,000 रुपए मिल गए, फिर 40,000 रुपए मिल गए, फिर 60,000 रुपए मिल गए, फिर इस तरीके से मिलते चले जाएंगे अगर आपको. तो ट्राई टू सॉल्व द इशू, ट्राई टू सेटल द इशू. Supreme Court order set up fast track courts, as I have told you in that case. So we are seeing that one of the case in Tamil Nadu, that a nurse was being raped by 4 persons and they were shot dead. And in this case of Uttar Pradesh, Vikas Dubey, he is also being shot dead because we want instant justice. We want instant justice. So instant justice is not the solution. Instant justice is not the solution because in many of the times what we see that I think in the case of one of the rape case of UP, in his not the rape, his father was convicted in that case. His father was convicted. Later, the court come to know that his father was being pressurized. And in the case of one of the Ryan school case, at the starting the driver was convicted, and at the starting the driver was convicted, and he has said that I have committed the crime. He said that I have committed the crime because he was not able to handle the torture of the police. He was not able to handle the torture of the police. That's why he said that I have committed this crime. So we need to understand that instant justice is not the solution. Set up fast track courts, because in courts we works on the basis of proof, but those proofs should not get corrupted. That's what is demanded from judiciary. Those proofs should not get corrupted, and Supreme Court should modify some of the rules, and high courts and district courts, those there the corruption is at very high level. That needs to be reduced. That need to be reduced either by technological reforms or by different reforms, because court need to come online. Still it is working offline, and it what it do, it say that police department needs reform, political party needs reform, but the court, that is district court and the high courts, they are not doing anything. They are just focusing on their old ideology. They are not reforming at all. That's the major problem, uh, why we are seeing the delay in justice. So the statement comes, justice delayed is equals to justice denied. अगर जस्टिस डिले होता है, वो जस्टिस डिनाई मतलब जस्टिस ना मिलने के बराबर होता है. ठीक है. सो सेट अप फास्ट ट्रैक कोर्ट्स एज मच एज पॉसिबल कि जल्दी से जल्दी उनके केसेस को पढ़ा जाए, और जो सीवियर क्राइम्स है उनमें तो खास तौर पे, ठीक है, रेप केसेस आर एंड ऑल दीज थिंग्स, इनमें तो खास तौर पे, बिकॉज इट इंक्लूड्स पब्लिक रश. इट इंक्लूड पब्लिक को गुस्सा आता है, बिकॉज public demands instant justice, just like Delhi case, you all know. ठीक है, Delhi case, the people demanded justice, and they waited for such a long time period. But what happens due to that, in Tamil Nadu, when the nurse got raped, then at that time the public demanded instant justice. What is instant justice? It is encounter. So on the demand of the public, they were shot dead. Okay, on the demand of the public, they were shot dead. So we need fast track courts. We need digital revolution in Supreme Courts and high courts and majority of district courts, because majority of corruption occurs in district court. Wherever you go, so give me 100 rupees, I will do this work. So give me 100 rupees, I will do this work. So in district courts, no one is criminal actually. Those who have money, they are not culprit at all. Those who don't have money, they are being culprit. They if they have not even committed the crime, they are declared culprit at that very moment. Okay. The lynching of three people alleged cattle thieves, suspected to Bangladeshi nationals. So mob lynching is also the problem in India. Okay. According to National Crime Records Bureau, 2017 data, which was released in October 2019, a year behind the schedule, Assam had 143 registered crimes per lakh of population. NCRB did collection data on lynching in 2017, but did not publish those. Okay. Why the incident condemned? Is it is the it is the second such disturbing incident in recent weeks in the area on June 1. A 43-year-old Bangladeshi national was lynched in Putni Tea estate situated about 3 kilometers from India-Bangladesh border. Irrespective of whether they were thieves or smugglers, such killings points to a lack of faith in rule of law, leading to a general lawlessness. It also impacts the cordial relations between India and Bangladesh, given the difficulties in handling over the bodies to Bangladeshi authorities. What is lynching? Lynching basically means कि झुंड का आना और फिर झुंड का बिना बात के किसी को भी बुरी तरह मारना, इतनी बुरी तरह मारना कि वो मर जाए. ठीक है. Lynching is defined as an act or a series of acts of violence or aiding, abetting, or attempting an act of violence, whether spontaneous or planned, by a mob, two or more persons on the ground of religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth, language, dietary practices, sexual orientation, political affiliations, and ethnicity. Okay, lynching is an egregious manifestation of prejudice. Okay, prejudice मतलब मनगढ़ंत कहानियां. ठीक है, मनगढ़ंत कहानियां. इंटॉलरेंस मतलब किसी के लिए टॉलरेंस ना होना. मन प्रेजुडाइज में बेसिकली हम क्या सोचते हैं कि ये चुड़ैल है, ये हमारे बच्चों को खा जाएगी, ये दानव है, ये राक्षस है. ओके, दीज आर द प्रेजुडाइसेस. मतलब अभी तक अंधविश्वास लोगों में से नहीं गया. If they see someone who is ugly, who is having messy face, and he comes close to your child, uh, by seeing that child is basically uh, looking towards him in love. Okay, looking towards him in love, so they get attracted towards that child. But what public understand that they are बेबी पिकर, मतलब बच्चा चोर जैसे चिल्लाता है कि ये बच्चा चोर है और ये बच्चों को हमारे चुरा के ले जाएंगे, ये राक्षस है हमारे बच्चों को खा जाएगा, ये चुड़ैल है ये हमारे बच्चों को मार देगी. So these are the prejudices, and majority of lynching are being done on the basis of prejudices. Recently, in one of the tribal areas, two saints in Maharashtra, and I think in Maharashtra, two saints were killed by the only because of the prejudices that they were kind of rakshas. They were declared the tribes living over there. They declared those two saints to be as rakshas. They were declaring them rakshas, and they lynched those old age persons very brutally, and their video get viral, and all of them are now in jail. Okay, so never get involved in prejudices, intolerance, and contempt towards the law of the law, and contempt towards the rule of law, and contempt towards the rule of law, because you need to become IAS officer, so you should not have any criminal records. Political leaders का चलता है. ठीक है, अगर राजनेता बनना हो तो क्राइम करो, आप राजनेता बन जाओगे. अगर आईएएस बनना है तो क्राइम से जितना दूर भाग सको उतना दूर भागने की कोशिश करो, बिकॉज आईएएस में अगर आपके ऊपर एक भी क्रिमिनल केस है ना तो आपको आईएएस तो छोड़ो, सिपाही की नौकरी तक नहीं मिलेगी. ठीक है. There have been many incidences of mob lynching for issues with respect to cow, children kidnappers, etc. Cow and children kidnappers, etc. And not only common people, but also the police personnel became victims of it. Amnesty, why police persons became victims of it? Because some of the times when police go on raids, they basically go in private dresses and try to uh, एनालाइज दोज एरिया. मतलब वहाँ के एरिया में जाते हैं और पब्लिक से मिलते हैं और फिर इधर उधर देखते रहते हैं कि भाई इस क्रिमिनल का इधर उधर जाना है. तो those who live in these areas, they just watch them, and what they suspect that they are looking for their children. And they begin to beat those police persons also. So police has also become victim of mob lynching. Police has There are many cases where police was on raid in the culprit area, in the criminal area. Okay, where police was on raid, but they were being lynched by the people, guessing by guessing that they are either couchor or children kidnappers. Okay, Amnesty International India documented 721 such incidents between 2015. What are causes of mob lynching? Prejudices, social media, the strategic silence of the state, political mobilizations of the fringe groups, and politicization of lynching and the strategic lines. Supreme Court direction. Supreme Court की direction पढ़ते हैं. Supreme Court has described lynching as an horrendous act of mobocracy. Just imagine, many people dying instantly is not painful, but many people are beating you and broken your ribs, legs, head, jawline. Just try to imagine how much pain it would have been there, those who were lynched. अगर हमारे बाई चांस गलती से पेट में घूंसा भी लग जाता है ना, या कुछ कोई हल्का सा दबा भी देता है, तो हमें इतना पेन होता है. जस्ट इमेजिन दोज हु आर बीइंग लिंच्ड अर्लियर. ओके, तो उनके साथ कितना पेनफुल हुआ होगा. सो सुप्रीम कोर्ट हैज आल्सो सेड दिस स्टेटमेंट दैट इट इज हॉरेंडस एक्ट ऑफ mobocracy. Horrendous act of mobocracy. Supreme Court in the case of Tehseen Poonawalla versus Union of India has provided a 11-point description for preventive, remedial, and punitive measures, and has asked the Parliament to legislate a separate offence for lynching and provide adequate punishment for the same. Is there any separate legislation or lynching? There isn't parliamentary law on it, but Manipur state has enacted a separate law on lynching. The Manipur law is in sync with the Supreme Court guidelines. The Manipur law has defined mob lynching. The law specified that there would be nodal officers in each district to control such crimes. Nodal officers. Okay, we will have nodal officers in those districts where mob lynching is very high. Okay. So it is the first country dealing with protection and rights of vulnerable populations, which defines a new crime of direction of duty of public officials. It states that police officers who fail to prevent the crime of lynching in their jurisdictions are liable to imprison for a term that may extend from 1 to 3 years and a fine limit of rupees 50,000. I think it should be done more than 5 lakh. If someone is involved in mob lynching, then punish them economically such that they never get involved in mob lynching. Either they slept once or twice. Just punish them as harsh as possible. Punishment is the only measure. You cannot do this horrendous crime in the act of cow, in the act of anything. Okay, the law requires the state to formulate a scheme for relief camp and rehabilitations, and in case of displacement of victims and death compensation. Uh, Inspired by this, Rajasthan and West Bengal have formulated their versions of laws curbs on mob lynching. Way forward, mob violence defames the country. Mob violence basically defames the country, and there must be stringent intervention by the police to bring an end to this. The political leadership also has a role to play in questioning the social consent that allows mob violence. The center should come with law to deal with it. The center should come with law to deal with it. Okay, that's all for the day. It's gone. Shivam has gone.